I know of a number of people who have tried to quit alcohol, but it never seems to work for them. I used to drink alcohol, and I tried severally to quit consuming alcohol. I'd make promises, I'd swear that I'll not drink again. I'd promise myself and everybody else around that I was not going to drink anymore. But it didn't take a day or two before I found myself drinking again. I found out that it was very much impossible to say no to alcohol, but I was eventually able to overcome my drinking. And I did this after a long time of trying and trying and trying and almost giving up. But I didn't give up, and I have learned what I did to help me overcome my alcohol problem. And there are things that work when you're trying to quit alcohol. One of them is that you have to reframe your identity. When you say you are trying to quit, then you'll forever keep on trying. You need to say, I do not drink. When you meet your friends, the people you used to drink with, you tell them, I am not drinking, not I am trying to stop drinking. Make it your mindset, make it your belief that you are not drinking anymore. Understand that behavior follows identity. And once you identify as a person who does not drink, then it becomes easier for you to say no and not drink again. Another thing that you might need to do is to replace the rituals that are associated with alcohol. Most people do not actually miss the alcohol. We miss what the alcohol offers, what the alcohol brings. You'll find that I used to enjoy, I still do enjoy watching football. It's the World Cup season. But back then, instead of watching the football from my home or with family, I'd go to a pub because I knew that going to the pub enabled me to go and drink. So actually going to watch football at some place was an excuse to actually go and drink. People go to parties because there is alcohol. People go to corporate meetings because they know that after the meeting or during the meeting, alcohol will flow. And now these are the rituals that make one get stuck in alcoholism. Replace these rituals, which are associated with the drinking, with habits that are alcohol free. Go somewhere with your family, go for a picnic, take your children out so that they can have a good time. Go to an alcohol free establishment, drink soft drinks. Associate with people who don't drink alcohol. You see, also birds of a feather flock together. Another thing, make your quest to overcome addiction a challenge. Find habits that are not favorable to alcohol. Do things that will keep your mind away from alcohol. Engage in a hobby, engage in a pastime, go for walks, go do exercises, go for runs, go for hikes. Rate everything that you do and upgrade, make it a challenge. And then treat yourself like once a month or even every week for the time that you stayed sober, for the time that you've engaged in a different habit that kept you away from alcohol. And then you also need to remove temptations. People store alcohol in their houses. There are people who have a dedicated fridge or freezer for alcohol. Now, if you have alcohol in the home, you're about to drink, you can't resist for that long. If you are always going to frequenting the bars, the places you used to go to drink, you're bound to continue drinking. If you have to go watch a soccer match in a place where alcohol is sold, you are going to drink. So to remove these temptations, there's something about people, places and things that you have to change. Keep away from people who enable you to drink. Keep away from places that will tempt you to drink. Keep away from things that will make you to drink. And then lastly, alcohol is a mindset problem. And shift your mindset. Get to tell your brain that you are a person who no longer drinks because you don't need alcohol. Train your mind to understand that alcohol has no benefit to you. Alcohol is not helping you in any way. And now, become someone who doesn't need alcohol, not somebody who is quitting alcohol. Because when you are quitting, you might think it is somehow like a punishment. You begin to worry about how life will look like without alcohol. You'll wonder if you'll be that talkative and fun around people like you used to be when you are drinking. You realize that most people who talk the most when they are drunk are actually introverts. People who can't speak much when they don't have alcohol in the system. People who act like daredevils, people who don't care that much. When they are not drinking, they cannot do anything. Now, if you want to overcome alcohol, get to understand who the real you is and accept yourself as the person whom you are. You should get to understand that deep down, most of us already know that alcohol is costing us more than it gives. But we always keep on going back. We'll promise, we'll pray, we hope, but the cycle stays. Things don't change. This is because we are aware, but we do not take any tangible actions to help us overcome our addiction. If you need to change, you have to create the change. You don't wish for change to come. It is you who need to make the effort to take the right steps to ensure that your perceived change can become practical. So you have to take action to make these changes visible. And what you need is a strategy. I've given you the points to work through. These strategies will help you when they are during moments when craving comes in, when you are lonely and you don't know what to do, when you have stress, you are overwhelmed and you want to reach out for a drink. Take these necessary steps because they are the ones that will help you overcome your addiction. Do this even when it feels scary or uncomfortable. That is part of you learning to live with yourself, to sit in with the uncomfortable situations and moments and become the person that you are meant to be. And when you do this, you'll be able to renew your mind. You'll be able to break unhealthy patterns that are keeping you in this loop of addiction. You'll be able to build the habits that support your sobriety, that grow you and make you to become the person that you're supposed to be.